In a world full of noise, chaos, and endless distractions, peace has become rare. But the ancient Stoics discovered a timeless truth, that real strength doesn't come from controlling others, but from mastering yourself. Welcome to this channel, where we learn to stay calm, focused, and unshaken, no matter what life throws our way. Let's walk the Stoic path together. Without purpose, life becomes a wandering path, empty, uncertain, and easily shaken by the storms of the world. Epictetus taught that every human being must know what they stand for and what they live for. Because when you don't decide your direction, the world will decide it for you. A person without purpose is like a leaf blown by the wind, easily swayed by opinions, temptations, and emotions. But when you know your why, every challenge becomes meaningful. Every pain becomes part of your growth. Purpose is not about fame, success, or recognition. It's about living in harmony with your values, with discipline and clarity. It gives your life weight, meaning, and peace, even in chaos. 2. Guard your mind. Your mind is your fortress. Protect it. Do not allow negativity, gossip, or fear to enter. What you think, you become. So feed your mind with wisdom, not noise. Peace begins when you take control of your thoughts. Your mind is the only place where the battle for your peace is truly fought. Outside events are noisy and unpredictable, but what decides whether that noise becomes suffering or strength is the pattern of thoughts you allow to live inside you. Epictetus and the Stoics teach that impressions enter the mind constantly, some useful, most not. If you never choose which impressions to keep, your attention becomes a highway for fear, gossip, envy, and distraction. To guard your mind is to become deliberate about what you feed it. That means refusing the small, corrosive things that slowly erode your inner life. Sensational media that triggers anxiety, conversations that breed bitterness, and repetitive thoughts that replay imagined slights. It also means actively cultivating what's wholesome, study that clarifies your purpose, silence that sharpens judgment, and disciplines that strengthen calm. Guarding the mind isn't avoidance, it's selection. It's the practice of noticing an impulse, anger, curiosity, fear, naming it, and then choosing whether it deserves a place in your inner house. Over time, this selection builds a quieter, wiser mind that sees events clearly, responds rather than reacts, and remains unshaken because its gardener has been vigilant. 3. Control your response, not others. You can't control what people say or do, but you can always control how you respond. When insulted, don't react with anger. When hurt, don't seek revenge. Calmness is not weakness, it's power mastered. In life, you will face people who misunderstand you, insult you, or act unfairly toward you. But Stoicism reminds us, it's not what happens to you that disturbs you, but how you interpret and react to it. You cannot control another person's words, mood, or behavior because they belong to their own nature, not yours. The only thing you ever truly own is your response. When you let anger, pride, or revenge rule your reactions, you hand your peace over to others. You become their puppet, moved by their emotions instead of your own reason. But when you pause, breathe, and choose calm over chaos, something powerful happens. You rise above them. That silence, that restraint, is not weakness, it's mastery. It means you've chosen strength over impulse, wisdom over pride. The Stoic path teaches us that true control doesn't come from dominating others. It comes from dominating the self. Your reaction defines your peace. Your restraint defines your strength. The world will test your patience, your peace, and your pride. But remember, you cannot control the storm outside, only the calm within. Calmness isn't surrender. It's choosing not to let others decide who you become. 4. Master emotional control. Emotions are not enemies. They're messengers. But when you let them lead, they destroy your peace. Observe your feelings, understand them, and then decide. A Stoic doesn't run from pain or anger. They transform them into strength. Emotions are signals, not tyrants. They arise from impressions, memories, and judgments about what matters to us. Anger flashes when we feel wronged. Fear tightens when we sense loss. Grief arrives when something precious is gone. These feelings are natural and informative. They tell us what we value and where we have work to do. Problems begin when emotion moves from signal to commander. Left unchecked, anger becomes reactive cruelty, fear becomes paralysis, and anxiety becomes a constant background hum that distorts every choice. The Stoic way is not to deny these reactions, but to translate them. First, we observe, notice the feeling without immediately acting on it. Then we name it. This is anger. This is shame. This is fear. Naming creates a gap. In that gap, we apply reason. Ask what the emotion is trying to protect, whether the perceived threat is real, and what the long-term wise response would be. Mastery means using emotions as fuel for purpose rather than letting them wreck your judgment. Pain can teach endurance. Anger can expose injustice and motivate corrective action, but only if guided by discipline. When you turn raw feeling into deliberate action, your inner life becomes steady. You feel deeply, but you act rightly. 5. Handle criticism with grace. Criticism is inevitable, but it doesn't define you. If it's true, learn from it. If it's false, ignore it. Let your character speak louder than their words. A calm response to criticism shows greater power than any argument ever could. Criticism is an inevitable part of life, especially when you stand for something, succeed, or simply choose to live differently. The Stoics remind us that other people's opinions belong to them, not to us. What they say reveals their character, not ours. When someone criticizes you, you face a moment of choice. You can react in pride and defend yourself, or you can pause and examine the truth within their words. If their words are true, be humble, learn from them. Growth often hides inside discomfort. If their words are false, stay silent, because lies lose their power without your reaction. Grace under criticism is not weakness, it's wisdom. It's the strength to rise above petty judgment and to protect your peace from unnecessary noise. A wise person doesn't need to prove themselves. Their actions, consistency, and calm presence do the speaking. Epictetus said, "If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, 'He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone.'" That is the heart of Stoic grace. Humility mixed with humor, truth mixed with peace. When your worth no longer depends on what others think, you become untouchable. Let your silence be your strength, and your character be your defense. The louder others speak against you, the calmer you must become, because peace is the language of the wise. 6. Accept what you cannot control. Peace begins where control ends. You cannot command the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Don't waste your soul fighting reality. Focus only on what's within your power, your actions, your attitude, your choices. Most of our suffering comes from trying to force what cannot be forced. We try to change people, timelines, outcomes, the weather of life. And when reality resists, we feel frustrated, anxious, and powerless. Epictetus taught that the secret of tranquility is learning a clear distinction between what is up to you and what is not. What is not up to you includes other people's actions, the past, chance events, and many external outcomes. What is up to you are your choices, your attention, your effort, and your attitude. When you waste energy railing at the uncontrollable, you drain the only resource you truly possess, your will. Acceptance is not passive resignation. It's a strategic reallocation of power. Accepting reality frees your energy to act where it matters, to change your response, to do excellent work, to show compassion, to persevere. It's like a sailor who cannot stop the wind but can trim the sails and steer. That sailor still fights for progress, but does so wisely, not wastefully. This practice teaches humility. We are not gods. Courage, we act where we can. And serenity, we no longer suffer needlessly. Over time, acceptance becomes a muscle. The less you cling to what you can't control, the more agile and peaceful your life becomes. Peace begins where control ends. You cannot command the wind, but you can trim your sails. Save your strength for what you can change. Your choices, your effort, your heart stop fighting the uncontrollable. Adjust your sails, choose your action, and find your calm. That is where true power lives. 7. Transform offense into wisdom. When someone offends you, they reveal not your weakness, but theirs. Instead of reacting, reflect. Ask yourself, why does this disturb me? Use offense as a mirror for self-growth. A wise soul learns even from the disrespect of others. When someone offends you, the immediate sting feels like they've struck at your worth. Stoicism flips that script. An offense is not primarily a report about you. It's a window into the offender's world. Their words expose their fears, biases, ignorance, or pain. That realization frees you from the illusion that other people's judgments define you. But there's a deeper lesson. Offense points to an internal sensitivity, an unexamined belief, a fragile value, or an unmet need. Instead of reflexively defending or retaliating, use the moment as an invitation to self-inquiry. Ask, why did this wound me? What part of my story is being touched? That question moves you from reactivity into responsibility. You stop being a passive target and become an investigator of your inner life. Turning offense into wisdom requires two things: honest reflection and disciplined action. Reflection reveals the belief behind the pain. Action reforms it through truth-telling, boundary setting, practice, or forgiveness. Over time, repeated reflection weakens the power of triggers. They lose their charge because you've learned their origin and removed their foothold. This is how strength is forged, not by crushing those who offend you, but by excavating what in you needs healing. The insult becomes fertilizer for growth. Painful at first, but ultimately nourishing. An insult is a mirror, not a verdict. Look closely. You'll see what the speaker needs and what you can become. Turn the sting into study. Let offense teach you, not trap you. Offense is fuel for growth, not chains. Pause, ask why it hurts, then use the answer to become wiser. 8. Practice mindfulness and presence. Between stimulus and response, there lies your freedom. Breathe. Be still. Don't let life's noise control your peace. The more aware you are of your mind, the less the world can disturb it. Life constantly pulls us in every direction. Notifications, expectations, and endless noise. Most people drift through the day on autopilot, reacting instead of responding, thinking instead of being. Stoicism teaches that freedom isn't about controlling the world. It's about mastering your inner world. Mindfulness is that mastery. It's the art of noticing what's happening inside you before it controls you. When you are mindful, you catch the moment between what happens and how you respond. That sacred space of awareness. Viktor Frankl, deeply influenced by Stoic philosophy, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Mindfulness lets you live in that space. When anger rises, you breathe. When worry whispers, you observe it instead of obeying it. When the world rushes, you remain still. To be present is to be untouchable by chaos. You see life clearly, not through fear, but through wisdom. The Stoics practice this daily. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal each morning and night, reminding himself to stay grounded in reason, not emotion. Epictetus taught his students to pause and ask, "Is this within my control?" That simple question anchors the mind in the present moment, where peace always lives. The more aware you are, the less power external things have over you, because mindfulness is not escape, it's clarity. It's living fully awake while everyone else is asleep. Peace doesn't come from escaping the storm. It comes from standing still within it. When you control your awareness, nothing outside can control your soul. In the space between what happens and how you react, that's where your freedom lives. Breathe. Be still. Master your mind, and no one can disturb your peace. 9. See challenges as opportunities. The obstacle is the way. Hardships are not punishments. They are teachers. Every struggle you face builds strength, and every failure sharpens your soul. A Stoic welcomes challenge because growth hides within pain. Every person wants an easy path, yet no great soul was ever forged in comfort. The Stoics understood that pain, struggle, and failure are not enemies. They are the raw materials of strength. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that obstacles are not roadblocks, they are direction signs. Every difficulty you encounter is life's way of training your spirit, sharpening your reason, and testing your discipline. When you face hardship, you have two choices: to curse it and break, or to face it and rise. The Stoic looks at pain and asks, "What is this here to teach me?" When others complain, the Stoic adapts. When others give up, the Stoic endures, because every challenge, if embraced with courage, transforms into wisdom. Failure is not final, it's feedback. Suffering is not pointless, it's preparation. Think of fire. Throw anything into it, wood, ash, pain, and it only burns brighter. That is how your soul must be. Whatever life throws at you, turn it into fuel. So when life becomes difficult, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask instead, "What can I learn? How can I grow stronger from this?" That mindset turns suffering into strength and pain into purpose. The obstacle is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Every storm you face is shaping you for something greater. Remember, strength only grows in resistance. The obstacle is not in your way. It is the way. Every hardship is a test, and every pain a teacher. Don't fear the struggle. Grow through it. 10. Build inner freedom. True freedom isn't found in money, fame, or success. It's found within, when nothing external controls your peace. When you stop needing the world's approval, you become untouchable. No storm, no insult, no loss can take away your calm. Most people chase freedom as if it were an external prize, a bank balance, applause, titles, or perfect circumstances. Stoicism flips that assumption. Real freedom is an inner condition, not an outer possession. When your peace depends on things outside yourself, you live at the mercy of chance. A lost job, a harsh word, a failed relationship. Any of these can strip away a happiness built on externals. Inner freedom is the quiet power of not needing the world to approve you. It's the steady calm of someone who knows their worth, independent of applause, who finds fulfillment in right action rather than in recognition. This freedom grows when you practice 3 truths. Distinguish value from appearance. Pleasure, praise, and possessions are fleeting. Virtue, honesty, courage, wisdom, self-control is durable. Anchor your identity in what endures. Limit attachment. Desire and fear are 2 sides of the same chain. The less you compulsively cling to outcomes, the lighter and freer you become. Act for the right reasons. Do the right thing because it is right, not because it will make you look good. When your motivation is internal, approval becomes optional. A person with inner freedom still loves, works, and hopes, but they do so without trembling at every shift in fortune. Loss may wound, but it cannot unmake them. Insult may sting, but it cannot define them. That is the Stoic liberty, a sovereignty of the soul that no external force can overthrow. True freedom is not the absence of constraints, it's the absence of dependence. When your peace lives inside you, no storm can reach it. Be free within, and the world's noise turns into background. Stop renting your peace to the world. Own it inside. When you no longer need approval, you become untouchable. Life will test you through pain, loss, and chaos. But remember, calm is power. Wisdom is peace. Every moment is a chance to rise above emotions and master yourself. If you seek strength, peace, and purpose, subscribe now and walk this Stoic path with me. Every week we grow stronger. Every video we grow wiser. Stay grounded, stay calm, stay stoic, thank you, and God bless you.